These are the Daily Tech Headlines for Monday, August 12th, 2024. I'm Sarah Lane. Back in May, Microsoft and ZeniMax Media announced they would shut down 3 in-house Bethesda game studios, including Tango Gameworks, which makes the Evil Within franchise, and Hi-Fi Rush. Many gamers were bummed about this, but good news. Krafton, the publisher behind PUBG Battlegrounds and the Callisto Protocol, announced it's acquiring Tango Gameworks, with Tango's talent coming over to Krafton as well, and Tango's existing game catalog staying as is. Microsoft has released new intelligence warnings over 4 Iranian groups running influence campaigns using a variety of techniques ahead of the U.S. presidential election in November. An example offered by Microsoft includes attempting a phishing attack on a high-ranking official on a presidential campaign, plus an unsuccessful entry into an account belonging to a former presidential candidate. Over the weekend, the presidential campaign of Donald Trump alleged that back in June, some of its communications had been compromised by foreign sources hostile to the United States. Meta and Universal Music Group, or UMG, announced a multi-year agreement designed to compensate UMG artists and Universal Music Publishing Group songwriters across Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, Horizon, Threads, and WhatsApp. The deal also seeks to protect artists from unauthorized AI-generated content and offers more monetization opportunities in short-form video content. Sources from Korea's The Elect say that Microsoft and Samsung have struck a deal for OLED panels, specifically the type that get used in a mixed reality headset. Reportedly, this is in the hundreds of thousands of units, with a target date somewhere in 2026 for a device meant for watching flat-screen gaming and video content. The Verge also notes that Samsung is partnering with both Google and Qualcomm on a headset expected later this year. Last year, in 2023, 9to5Mac conducted a poll about banning or restricting kids' use of smartphones in schools in the U.S., with 73% polled in favor and 21% opposed. 4 U.S. states have already either implemented bans or plan to: Florida, Indiana, Louisiana, and South Carolina, with more states including California, New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Virginia, Minnesota, and Ohio planning to roll out some sort of restrictions of their own. Certain policies allow phones during class breaks. Other more restrictive policies require that phones be kept in lockers or other inaccessible areas, such as lockable phone pouches during school hours. Globally, about 1 in 4 countries has implemented some sort of ban or restriction in schools. Google's Library tab in Google Photos is now called Collections. It includes your own albums, those that are shared with you, and folders for things like people, pets, and places. You can switch between views like All, Shared, and My Albums, and Favorites and Trash folders get displayed up top. All Android and iOS users get the new look over the next few weeks. The Utilities folder is going away, but all of its functions are absorbed within the new UI. Over the weekend, AMD started releasing updates to patch some of its chips affected by the Sinkclose security flaw. The vulnerability was first spotted by researchers at IO Active and reported by Wired last week, said to affect most AMD processors going all the way back to 2006. AMD tells Tom's Hardware that the Ryzen 1000, 2000, and 3000 series, along with the Threadripper 1000 and 2000, won't get the updates since they're older products that are outside the software support window. The Sinkclose flaw is considered to be mostly targeted towards governments and other large entities, potentially letting an attacker run code in the chip's normally protected system management mode. Finally, Ola Electric makes 2-wheeled electric scooters. It officially went public on Friday and garnered a lot of interest. In fact, it was the biggest listing by an Indian company in 2 years. The stock rose 20% after its debut. Ola claims 46% of India's electric scooter market. EV sales in the overall scooter market are expected to grow from 7% next year to 16% by 2028. For more discussion of the tech news of the day, subscribe to dailytechnewsshow.com. That's where you can find show notes and links to all these headlines there as well. I'm Sarah Lane, and I thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.